we did a corona meditation on the virus, and we really found it was not a dark creature behind this or whatever. It was in fact a message, like you say, from planet Earth, from Mother Earth, and say, well, you have to connect again with yourself, with your true nature, with your own power. You are made to be great, and please, humanity, you know, start doing this, being aware of this, you know, because you're driving yourself nuts and the whole planet. Calm down, you know, lock down. That's beautiful, because you have to go back here.
Hans, welkom.
Welcome, yes.
It's a long time ago.
A long time ago, Petra.
And,
How long? Former life.
yes, a complete different world.
Yeah, it was a different world.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So a lot of things are happening at this moment in the world, and I think you can say a lot of things about it, but if we talk about energy, what's going on in your opinion?
Well, at the moment there's a lot of chaos in the energy. And also what you perceive, when we talk about energy, we have to distinguish, you know, the sun energy or chemical or atom energy, or how you call it.
Yes.
But we mostly talk about life energy. And it's the energy also the ancient people talked about, the chi, prana, mana, already for thousands of years. It's the energy what is in everything flowing. But now also science discovered this and calls it 0-point energy.
Okay.
And it's also this energy what quantum mechanics describes. But it's more a subtle energy, like subtle matter. You can't really measure it with a device. It's in that way not objective. But it really shows that everything is energy, what also the old people told. And quantum mechanics also discovered this. It's, in fact, everything is energy. And this energy can be coherent, you know, in a balanced way, but can also be very much disturbed. And already in the beginning of last century, 20th century, Nikola Tesla and also Rudolf Steiner and later Wilhelm Reich, they all discovered and said when there are more electromagnetic waves, or say it's short waves from transmitters in the ether, and that's also another name for this energy people used, then this very healthy life energy, because it's supporting life processes, and so when it's healthy, when you have a lot of energy, you're strong and vital. But by this electromagnetic waves, this energy gets stressed. They call it aura nur, like Wilhelm Reich said. And this stressed energy also affects the climate. And even Steiner and Tesla and Wilhelm Reich already warned for this. And it was only the beginning, so the radar was developed, and you had Marconi, who made the first radio transmission. And Wilhelm Reich already said when we have too much aura nur in our atmosphere, people will get tensed. They will get like this. It's affecting them. And we're also losing grounding, because everything is grounded, connected with the earth. And when people not grounded, they also go like this, to get many chaotic thoughts. And the climate will change from a balanced climate. Like for instance in Europe we have the 4 seasons. Well, he said that will disappear. We have periods with long droughts, or periods with a lot of rain. It will really go like this. Well, this is interesting what you see at the moment, what is happening. You see people getting very tensed. And we see the climate getting out of balance. And also they described, and especially Wilhelm Reich, he said all this aura nur, which you also can have in your own system. Also when you are stressed, you can feel it in somebody. What has happened to the person? You feel this tension. And the thing is, you can perceive this. and you can also say how much it is. But this aura nur, it will change in that organ, and that's Willem Reich called it door. And this door is also in people's body, you know, it makes you tense and also down, depressed. But it said this is also in the climate, and it can cause a desert.
Okay.
So when you go from very active, it will be stone, bone dry. Well, you don't know what is happening when you look at the climate and you see all what is happening in the last decennia with the 3G, 4G, now 5G. So it's really, I think, well, reasonable, but people are really make worries about this. They feel it, it's also measurable, but it's affecting on large scale our whole climate in many ways. Also our inner world, so to say. And this is happening a lot at the moment. So this is something, it comes between us, you can say, because this energy is very hectic. It's a kind of splitting energy. And we start arguing with each other and blaming you because I feel tense and you are tense. But the cause is deeper. Now we have to look at the energy. And of course we are causing it ourselves. But also what you see, because in the eco-intention we balance about 100 projects every year. And we can perceive this aura nur with intuitive methods. And we can teach people, everybody can do this. But each system to be healthy, it needs this live energy, but it needs to be rooted, it needs to be grounded. Because then you can go your walk of life. But now you see by all this aura nur, we also lose grounding. So we're getting less and less grounded. So people do like this. Our systems going like this. And also when you study, for instance, the Enneagram, it's a very, very ancient symbol. But it's very short to say, well, first you have a thought and then you land it. It's also in theory, you make a prototype and then it can unfold, you have a connection with the outer world, you take an impulse and you overthink it. It's like this. This is integration. Almost like in an orchestra, you like this, you know. Yeah. But now, when there is no grounding, it doesn't do this, it does like this. But this is not in development, it's getting complicated, like this. So instead of having a good connection with the outer world and a good communication, we call it communication in Dutch. Okay. It's miscommunication. Yeah. So in our communication is a lot of disturbance. So this is interesting. We are building a communication systems with transmitters to communicate with each other. Yeah. But on the same moment we are polluting the ether, carrying the electromagnetic waves, making disturbances. So it's a kind of very counterproductive process. Yeah. And this is, when you ask me how is the energy, well, there's a lot of energy. But at the moment it's so tensed and it's really a kind of feedback in the wrong direction.
Okay. But I didn't realize that was the problem, that was the pollution. I thought other kind of pollution was
many kinds.
Yes. Yeah, but this is the main cause.
Well, one of the main causes. And the other way, so when you also study quantum mechanics, you know, say everything is energy. Okay, when I look around, you see a beautiful plant here. Yeah. But really, when you go into matter, there are molecules, atoms. They say, well, there are particles. Well, they thought there were particles, protons, neutrons, I don't know. But then they discovered, early 20th century, there is no particles, it's energy packages. There was already something making our whole mechanistic worldview. And then they discovered this atom. Well, you have the nucleus and the electrons spinning around. But in fact, in between in the whole atom is 99,99999% of space.
Really?
This is nothing esoteric, that is pure quantum mechanics. And the only thing that is discussed are the amount of nines behind the comma.
Yeah.
So, we all contain a lot of water, but in fact, you are space. And everything is this 99%. The whole universe consists of atoms. But now they discovered that in between this space, then it comes again, well, it's not empty. There is this whole energy, this 0 point energy, this light energy. So everything is literally energy. It's all in ourselves.
That means that this energy, we can color it. And
Yes.
we can give it a direction, isn't it?
Yes, so
That's the
this,
whole point.
it is our firm conviction that this is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's created by our mindset. And this is not new either when you study transcendental meditation. They say when you have the mantra you can go up to the field of all possibilities.
Yes.
And also in other cultures this is taught.
Yeah.
It's not new. It's only new that it's now rediscovered in another way, scientific way, being proven by science. But we know this. But this energy...
We know this, but most of people didn't believe
well,
it.
science knows this, and
Okay.
quantum mechanics is one of the best studies and proven theories in the whole world. You know, and we're building quantum computers and everything, so it's everywhere.
Okay.
It's in our daily life, but still people don't realize what it really means.
Yeah.
And it means everything is energy, and this energy is colored by our mind because it's our firm conviction this is what it is.
Yeah.
But you can change it. So it's literally possible by our thinking, by our thoughts, mind over matter, to create. And when we realize this, then we open up to our full potential.
If we do it the right way.
Yes, but everything you're not aware of, it goes its own way and starting to do more unconscious things. And of course, and there's a lot of goodwill in the world, and I have no question about this. But first of all, we are swimming in a pool with troubled water, so to say. The energy is polluted.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to have a clear view on who we are and where we are. Because the thing is, what they also discovered, that there are no particles, but the energy is spinning. It's a spin. And there are two vortices spinning in the energy, one in and the other goes out, and it goes in, and it turns around again, goes out. That's called a torus. And that is the, in fact you find it in the smallest particle, but also in the largest whole. Each galaxy is also a torus. And it's always is doing this in the energy. So it's turning around, it gives a kind of donut shape energy. Look at an apple.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at a pumpkin. You see that, but this is the more grow matter. And there is more the electromagnetic field, and then you get in the field of subtle matter. You can call it the aura, whatever.
Yeah.
But this is you, this is me, but everything is a torus. But it also means it's so in, so out. So what is in here is also there. So when I'm troubled here, I see trouble there. Because each moment of time I'm looking through my own aura to the world. It's my window to the world.
Okay.
And many people are not aware of this. And the easiest way to stick my trouble to you, and you are causing this.
Yeah.
So I start blaming you and I start fighting instead of cleaning my own window.
That's taking your own responsibility. That's,
Yes.
Yeah. But that's something you need to know. That has to do with consciousness.
Yeah.
And if you are more conscious about all these things, you realize it works like this. Do you have more power than someone else who isn't aware of it?
Well, I think power is your ability to connect with yourself and also with others. And we all have this. But a power, if you don't, you have your consciousness, it's growing wild.
Yeah,
It needs like a beautiful horse who's willing to carry. You have to really ride it. And we don't ride our own power. So it's getting wild. It turned out wild. And then, when you don't control it, it can get perverted. It turns around. It can even work against you.
Yeah.
So we did a corona meditation on the virus, and we really found it was not a dark creature behind this or whatever. It was in fact In fact, a message, like you say, from planet Earth, from Mother Earth, and say, well, you have to connect again with yourself, with your true nature, with your own power. You are made to be great. And please, humanity, you know, start doing this, being aware of this, you know, because you're driving yourself nuts and the whole planet. Calm down, you know, lock down. That's beautiful, because you have to go back here.
Yeah.
Connect with your loved ones, with your family, because that's your home, and then connects with your larger home, like this. And this is also, you know, and then you go like this again.